Yes. So now let's start the session, guys. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
Yes, Ravi.
Yes. So we saw that, right? We saw that how the conversation is happening one consumer to producer, and between what? Between how many servers we started, guys? How many servers we started? Zookeeper and what? Kafka server, right?
Yes, Ravi.
So everyone is came. Yeah, good. Sunny. Yaswant B. Kakar. Yaswant, you are from the like what? Which country are you already said, na? Singapore, right?
Yes, Ravi, you are right. I'm working in Singapore, but I'm from India.
Yeah, I know that. I know that. I saw your messages in the group, right? But your voice is not coming clearly. Please use like your mic. I think problem is there in your mic, right?
Okay, okay. Let me take something else here.
Your mic is not good, I think so.
Yeah, I will take it. Correct.
Okay, guys. So now here what we are doing now, just anything if you write, right? Anything if you enter, then what you will get output as what? Consumer only. Only what is that? Producer can send the data, right? Again, if you think about that, consumer also can send. There is no possibility in MQs, guys. Okay, there is a no possibility in
One-way communication.
yeah, only one way communication is there, right? In the Kafka, right? Only one way communication is there. Two-way communication is not there, right?
Okay, Ravi.
Yes. So now let's take what one case study, guys. Okay, let's take one case study, and what we will do it now, we will implement those things in that, right? Creating topic. Now copy this one.
Okay, Ravi.
Okay, good. So how we will stop it now? Control C, click and exit. Exit one console. After then in this console also control C. Then Kafka server will stop and Y and exit. Exit. And another one is what? Control C, Y, exit. Exit, right? So next, let's take what? Let's take what? One case study, right? In that, what we will do it now, like stock market. Anyone know that, right? Anyone is doing stock marketing?
Yes, Ravi.
Today I'm pointing one girl in the session, guys. Okay, Smita, I will see that how long you are staying in the session, because after so long time onward you are joining our session now, Smita. Please
Yeah, Ravi.
so I'll check it. What is your patience, right, to staying in the session today? Because our session will be near about 9 o'clock will be touch.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
today I will complete totally Kafka. Next weekend I will start new concept only, right? So everyone is ready for that, guys?
Yes,
Yeah.
Ravi.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's start the session, guys. Okay. So what I'm doing now is stock market is there, right? Stock markets, based on that one only, let's take one case study, guys. Okay, case study. And what we will do it now, we will implement one mini project, right? One mini project. So our mini project will be what? Spring Boot plus what? Apache Kafka, Apache Kafka integration, Apache Kafka integration, right? Integration. Okay, good. So here what is our scenario now, guys? What is our scenario? So our consumer, right? Our producer will send the data, right? Using which things now, how our consumer is sending the data now, guys? How our consumer is sending the data? Just come here, how our consumer is sending the data?
In a serialized manner.
Using what is that?
Okay, fine. Producer, fine.
Using what? Using Kafka template,
Kafka
na?
template.
Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
So what we are doing now, here only we will take what? Kafka template, right? We will take what? Kafka template. Kafka template, key and what? Value, right? Kafka template is taking what? Key and a value, and what? So this first what we will do now, we will develop this one, okay? This producer service. We are going to take what? Real-time implementation, guys, okay? So producer service will be there, right? So producer service will interact with what? Our Kafka software, right? Come on. Producer service will interact with what? Our Kafka software, right? Kafka software. Good. Singapore, please focus on that, right? Because again I'm going to give what is that diagram only. Whatever last session I completed, that flow is going on. Please focus on this one. You said, right? You will touch. I'm touching series.
Okay, thanks.
So now what will happen now? This producer Kafka template will send the data, right? Kafka template will send the data. Then what will happen now? This data will come in the serialized, right? Serialized manner, right? To where now? In the Kafka software, right? Come on, guys.
Yes, Ravi.
Yes, Kafka topics.
Kafka.
Topics
Okay.
memo.
Kafka, right? Kafka software, right? It will come to whom? Kafka software. Then what will happen now? In then our Kafka software will create one what? Topic, right? Come on.
Topics.
Our Kafka software will create one topics. Topics, right? One topics memory will create. Then our topics memory will call what is that? Message replica, na? Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
Right?
Replica.
Message replica, right? Message replica. After then what will happen now? Our message replica will send the data, clone data to whom?
Message broker.
Message broker, right? Message broker. Message broker, right? Then data will come to whom? Message broker.
Your voice is breaking.
Still breaking my voice? Hey, I became silent.
Now it's fine.
I became silent at the time of writing broker. I became silent. Don't think my voice is breaking, right?
Okay.
So, okay, good. Now message broker, right? So what will happen now? Then topic will call our what? Message broker, and message broker will call message replica, and message replica will call what? Message broker, right?
Yes, Ravi.
Then what will happen now? Then this message broker will send data to whom? This message broker will send data to consumer application. Consumer service application. Yes, consumer application, right? So how we are what things we are doing in the consumer application? Just think about that. This is a
Reading the data.
consumer service. Consumer service, right? Consumer service. How we are reading the data? Using what? Kafka listener. How we will read the data? Listener. Yes.
Kafka listener with that key value pair.
Kafka listener.
Kafka listener. Kafka listener.
Annotations.
Listener, right? Kafka
Yes.
listener, right? After the next what we will do it now, guys? Next, what we will do it now? Next one is what? Next, our requirement is what? To take this what? This data, right? This data and convert in the model class, right? Convert in the model
Yes.
class. Convert in the model class, and that model class make as a what? Repository, and those data should store inside that what? A database. In real time, like this application will be there, guys. Okay, because of that I'm taking this scenario. So this is the database, right? This is the database. After then what? This repository, again we will take one more object, right? One more component. That component, let's take what? Message store, right? Message store component. Message store component. So this one is what? Model. This one is what? Model class, and this is the repository class we are writing.
Okay.
Repository, right? This is the repository class, and this one is what? We are taking one class as what? What? Message store, right? Whatever message will be there, we will store in this class only, or in this object. Message store, right? Message store is there. So this one, whenever we will give the data, right? Whenever we will give the data to whom? Producer. From here to here, everything will just this area we need to focus on. This one in the same project only we are implementing. After then these things will become automated, guys. Okay, these things will become automated, right? So like how we are giving, because we will do these things only, and this area we will configure, and these area whenever we will send the data, this data will come here like this and like this, and the data will store in the database. This is our process, right? So yeah, this project, in this project I'm combining multiple things, guys. Okay, rest template, rest component, sorry, rest controller also will take, right? I will take the rest controller also. Okay, so good. So our responsibility is what? Our responsibility is what? But what we want, what is that? This data from the out resources, guys. Okay, we want, what is that? This data, right? This topic data from the out resourcing, right? I want from the out resourcing this data, right? So what we will do it now? We will take one controller, right? We will take one rest controller. We will take one rest controller. I'm designing the project, guys. Okay, I'm project design I'm giving. Okay, based on this one only we will develop it. Clear?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Because if this diagram is there where development is going on, if I say that we are going to develop this area, then people will catch easily, na guys? Come on.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
Yes. So here what we will do it now? Here we will take the data, right? Here what is that? We will take the data. Just assume that we will take the JSON data, right? We will take the JSON data, right?
JSON data.
Yeah. So this one is what? Our REST controller, right? This is the REST controller component is there. This one is take the data, means what? Send the data. Here what? Send data. Send data, right? Our REST controller will do what? Our REST controller will send this data to whom? This producer application, right? This producer application.
Yes.
This producer application. But what is that? What is that? Here this is the JSON data we will get here in the REST controller. What? Because our REST controller is reading the JSON data only, na guys. Come on. Here
Yes,
we are getting the JSON data, right? What we will do it now? After then what, here we are getting the JSON data. So then here only we will convert this JSON data in a object format, right?
Yes.
Right, here we
Yes.
will get the JSON data. Then what we will do it now, we will write the converter logic. Okay, conv logic, converter logic, right? Here what we will do it now, here we will write the converter logic. That converter logic again will convert that data in a JSON format, right? JSON format, and what, this data will come again, what is that, JSON format.
Yes.
And yes, and this REST template will get what, sorry, this Kafka template will get what is that, JSON data, right? Because this Kafka template need what, serializable data, na guys, come on. And the JSON data is serialized
Ravi.
data, right?
Yeah. Yes,
So
Ravi.
Yes.
here what process is happening, serializing, serialized, right? Here what is that, serializing the data, and what is that, the data is coming, right? After then what, here what process is happening, deserialized.
Serialized.
Deserialized, right? Here what processing is happening, deserialized. After then what, after then if data is successfully stored, then what we will get it now, from here only, right? From here only, what is that, we will write the logic like that. So like that, then this one is what, returning what is that, success message, right? Our what, Kafka REST template will return what is that, our Kafka REST template will return what, success message, if the successfully data is storing. Success message, right? So this is what a Kafka template, Kafka REST controller. REST controller, right? Kafka REST controller. After then what, then we will give one more service, right? One more service to end user. What is the service? End user want to see the all data, right? All data. Then what will happen now, all data means view the data. Then what is that, then end user will call what, use the help of what, REST controller, end user will call what, message store, right? Message store. So message store will interact with the database, and the database, from the database it will return the all data, right? All data. So just assume that our end user want what, our end user want what, view all data. View all data. End user want what, view all data. Then what is that, output will get, then our end user will get what is that, JSON data, right? JSON all end user
Yes.
data, all data in the JSON format.
Okay, Ravi.
In the JSON format, what is that, output will get what, JSON.
JSON format.
JSON data, right? So then here what is that, here this is our what, application now, guys. Okay, this is our application. Just assume that a stock market application is there, right?
Yes.
So based on this
Yes,
one,
sir.
based on this one, what we will do it now, we will implement one big project, guys. Okay, one big project. So everyone is ready to implement this application. How
Yes.
Yes, Ravi.
how
Yes, Ravi.
hmm? Come on, this is the this is the, I know that Kafka topic is little bit complicated, but don't worry, I will make the easy.
Ravi, can you overview once, like from send data till Kafka listener is fine. Post which what we are doing here,
Hmm?
that model repository.
model repository. Yeah, what we will do it now from here, right? From the outside, what is that? We will get what is that data, right? We will get from
Yes.
here end user sending the data, right? So here what is that? After in the REST controller, what we are doing now, we whenever we are getting the JSON, here JSON data is there, here JSON data is there, but whenever we are entering in the REST controller is trapping the data, JSON data, and the REST controller is converting the JSON data in the object format. Na, come on.
Yes, Ravi. Yes, Ravi.
If you have like what Spring Boot REST knowledge, then fine. Otherwise, one time watch how media type is conversation is going on, right? Because there I clearly explained, Sandeep.
Yes, Ravi. That's clear for me.
So yeah, then fine, Sandeep. Okay. So here what JSON data will come, and in the REST controller, what will happen? It will become what? JSON data, sorry, object data.
Object.
Right?
Yeah.
Then here what we will do it now again, because our REST template need what? JSON data.
Yes.
So what we will do it
Yes,
now,
yes.
here we will write the logic using object mapper. Anyone remember that object mapper class?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
So using object mapper class, what we will do it now again, we will convert that what object data in what JSON format,
Yes.
and that JSON data we will give to REST template, right? Because REST template need what? Serializable data, right? Serialized data.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And the JSON data is what? The serialized data are
Serialized
global format data. It's need what? Global
Yes.
format data. Then by using that
Yes.
global data, we will give the Kafka software. Then Kafka software what will do? It will process the data and it will give to whom? Consumer application, right?
Yes.
And the consumer
Yeah.
application, then what we will do it now, in the consumer application we will convert that JSON data, right? Again here we will write what is that, because here JSON data is coming now. So here what we will do it now, we will
Yes.
convert that JSON data in the object data, right? Again we will write the
object
converter
format.
logic
Yes.
here.
Yes.
Again we will write the converter logic here. So after converting that, we will prepare in the model data, and that model data we will give the repository, and the repository will store the data in the database.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
So
Ravi, fine.
after then what we will
Yes. Yes.
again what is that? Again we will write one what? Message store data. Then what is that? All database, whatever database in the database data is there, all database operation or logic we will write in this one. At least what? If end user want to see all data, how much data is there inside that what database, so by clicking that button he can see that result, right? So we for that purpose what we are doing now, we are writing what? One message store logic.
Yes. Clear, Ravi.
Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clear, Ravi.
Okay, so now what we will do it now, नहीं सुना मुझे तो. Okay, my voice is clear, guys? Network problem is there?
In between, it is breaking, Ravi.
In sometimes breaking, Ravi.
Yes, sometimes breaking.
Sometimes breaking, no? What I can do then? Okay, so if it's still breaking, just tell me, guys. Okay.
Okay. Ravi.
Yes.
Yeah.
See the network only. Okay, so fine. Come on, guys.
Yes, it's fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Ravi. Breaking, Ravi, sometimes.
Yeah,
Still-
breaking, and
Still breaking.
seeing empty
Yeah,
white
breaking.
white screen. Yeah.
Empty
Even
white.
screen is loading slow.
Oh, 1 minute. Now,
Not Airtel.
Airtel.
Yeah, that Airtel screen.
Airtel Go.
Arey yaar, what's happening?
I think open.
Wait.
Yes.
Now
Right
diagram.
now.
Hmm?
Diagram is showing. Yeah.
Okay, now
Diagram
fine.
is
Okay, good. So fine, guys. Okay. So based on that, what we will do it now? Let's do the implementation, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now? Let's yes. Okay, so let's specify the name of what project. Okay, so and how, what is the dependency in this one? What just see this? This area is related to Kafka, guys. Okay, this area is related to Kafka, and this area is related to data JPA, and this area is related to our what?
Controller.
Controller, REST controller. Okay, three technology I'm implementing in this project now, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
Ravi.
right.
Yeah, Ravi.
Okay, so let's take the project name, right? So name, let's decide the name, right? So what we can take the name, let's Spring Boot Kafka service, right?
Yes.
Spring Boot Kafka services. What is the dependency we need, guys? Dependency we need what? First data JPA, right? Data JPA,
Yes.
Yes.
Lombard.
data JPA, then Lombok,
Lombard.
then Lombok, then what is that? Spring Web,
Spring
web
Web.
Spring Web dependency we need, right? After then dev tool also we will
Active
take.
MQs. Active MQs.
Dev tools we need, right? Dev tools we need. After then what? MySQL database we will use, right? MySQL dependency we need, right? MySQL dependency we need. After then we need, what is that? Apache Kafka dependency. Apache Kafka dependency we need, right? These dependency we need to we need what? To develop this application or this project now, guys. Okay, so now let's create it, right? I'm going to open what? Our workspace. Statistic. Yeah, it's open. Yes. So go inside that file, create one project, take Spring Starter project. Next. So here let's give the name, right? Let's give the name. What we decided to give the name Spring Boot Kafka, right?
Yes,
Kafka
Ravi.
service.
Spring Boot Kafka service.
Spring Boot Kafka service. Okay, everything is fine. Now com.rk, give this name only. Yeah. Next, select what? First, what we need? Lombok Spring Web.
Spring Web,
Spring Web JP.
After then what? Data JPA.
data JPA,
MySQL.
DevTools.
JPA. Next, we need what?
Dev
Dev tools.
MySQL.
Dev tools. Again, we need what is that? MySQL driver. MySQL. After then, we need
Driver.
what? Kafka.
Apache Kafka.
Apache Kafka, right? Apache Kafka.
Yes,
All
yes.
dependencies there, right? Data JPA.
Yes, right.
Data JPA. Spring Boot. Web.
Yes,
Lombok. After then, Dev tools we added.
DevTools,
Dev
first one.
tools we added. Apache Kafka also we added, right? And
And
MySQL.
SQL driver. Yeah.
Yes. Now next, finish. Okay, so let's decide the model class name, guys. Okay, what is the model class name? Can be okay. So model class, let's specify the package. So com.rk.model, right? Model,
yes,
model, and inside that what? Let's give what is that? Stack class name. Let's give what? Stock data, right?
yes.
Stock data,
Yeah.
stock data, right? It's having what? The variable. What kind of variable can be? Private integer, and what? Stock code, right?
Yes.
Stock code can be what? String, and what? Another one is what?
Price.
Price. Okay. Stock value,
Double.
right? Value, let's take. Stock value is what? Double. And a date and a time, in which time that stock is going out or coming, right? All those things, right? So
Date.
current date, right? CRT date.
Yes.
Current date, CRT date. Data type can be date, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So this is our model class, right? This is our what? Model class. This is our what? Model class. And data JPA entity, people are remembered na, guys? Come on. When I was explaining data JPA entity, sorry, annotations.
Yes.
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 Those things I'm not going to again explain it here, guys. Okay, data JPA. Yeah, those annotations only, right? So
Yes.
our project is
Mm.
created, right? So now what I'm going to do now, the project is still creation.
No, it's still loading.
Mhm.
Updating is downloading some. It's 20%.
Okay, so now let's understand what annotations I'm going to use it in this like what.
Yes.
So
Yes.
these annotations we will use is guys. Okay, so at the rate entity annotation I
Yes.
will use for the creating the table, and what is that
So
at the rate
ID.
at the rate id I will use, and after then at the rate generated value for the
generated
yes
Generated. Generated only.
generated
value.
value
Generated.
generated value I will use. After then what for the date and the time, what is that I
Column.
need, what is that with for that purpose I will use
It
temporal
column.
Temporal.
Temporal. Yes. Temporal.
temporal, right? And it's having the possibility na some temporal type also, right? Temporal type I will use timestamp. Timestamp, right? So these things I'm going to use it. Array, how much time it's taking? See how much net is speed. Project, we can't able to create a project also like that net.
Yeah.
Okay, src is came na. No, still that folder is not came. I thought that this.
Yeah, Ravi, meanwhile, you can cover our class diagrams.
Hmm?
Yeah, meanwhile, if you want, you can cover the class diagrams as well, for other
Yeah,
classes
okay, no
also.
issue. The things is created. Like everything is came now. Okay, so here what we will do it now, guys. Let's create what package. What is the package? Model package, na? Model
Yes.
package
Create
with
a-
with
From the
what?
targeted model.
And stock data, right?
Yes.
Start data is class.
Now new, I'm taking what one class. So here what we will do it now, model, and here what is stack data, right? Stack data,
Yes.
finish it. Okay, good. Stack data. So fine, now guys, how many data is there? ID, stock code, stock value, and current
CRTD,
date,
current.
right? Current date,
Current.
right? So I'm
There are
taking
four very private,
1 minute.
integer,
Private integer
ID.
ID, right? Another one is
ID.
what?
Stock code, string.
1 minute.
Stock code and